brief here. Thank you, MMA Leadership, for inviting me for this session. In fact, I've been doing the reality check even before the GST got launched in India. And I've been doing the reality check post-launching of GST. And to do the reality check, I traveled around the industry clusters to understand what is the impact of GST. Let me highlight some few points in brief. The people who are irritated about GST are the people who are coming under the formal economy now. People who talk negative about the GST are the people who are not feeling comfortable moving from the informal economy to the formal economy. So those are the people who keep saying GST's rates are high and they're not feeling comfortable. Second important thing is that today under the GST, the return filing is one thing that is going to transform entire taxation space. The reason is, today if you think that the GST collection is going to go up because of filing the GST return, you need to understand it is just not the GST collection which is going to go up because of the GST returns and the payment of tax, and GST returns and the GST registration is mapped to the PAN number. And when the turnover is reported in the GST through invoice-wise detail, then automatically your income tax collection also will go up in the country. So in return, tax will increase in the country. Now the next question that comes from your mind, why is tax should be increased in the country? For the socio-economic development. Today, country requires tax revenue for the socio-economic development because 22% of the people are below the poverty line, 60% of the people are still in the open defecation system. We need to build infrastructure in the country. So the GST is the only solution today available to the India to transform India. And this is the agenda of the government in the first place. However, any change in India is not easy. So what I did, I went and checked the reality in Malaysia. So I went and met Mr. Dr. Subramaniam Tulasi, who is the Director General who implemented GST in Malaysia. When I interacted with him and asked him, what could be your solution to India? He said, your people from Ministry of Finance already came before implementing GST, got guidance from me. I told certain things which should not be done, but however it is done. So one important thing is the anti-profiteering provision. I'm very happy that Ms. Bhagya Devi ma'am is now in the anti-profiteering provision. I can have a lot of dialogues with her. The anti-profiteering provision should not be introduced right now. It should have been introduced before the GST got onsetted in India. Because on 1st July, I was surprised to see that the business people have understood the GST much better than the professionals. When you went to the hotel, the prices never got reduced, but the GST was charged. And even now when the rates are revised from 18%, 12% to 5%, still the prices are not got revised. And there is an input tax credit which the hotels have taken, which they should have passed on to the people. They did not pass on. That means anti-profiteering provision should have been implemented before the GST got implemented. But however, India is a unique country. But beautiful country, it's a unique country which requires a unique solution. However, the anti-profiteering provision will have effect right now. Thanks to the Indian government, they kept the petrol outside the GST. Today, petrol is a major component. My good friend Ganesh is here, the Namakkal representative, the MMA chairman. We conducted a session in Namakkal to stop the strike against the GST on June 18 before the GST got onsetted. When we interacted, they were not accepting GST. Today, when we recently conducted a program through MMA in Namakkal, they are asking, when will the petrol come under the GST? Can you imagine the transformation? Because they have understood the importance of input tax credit. Even now, anti-profiteering provision will stand valid, provided government freezes the price before they bring the petrol under the GST. Because petrol or the fuel cost is one of the major costs for all businesses, logistics cost basically. So before they bring in the petrol, they can actually freeze the prices and then subsequently bring the anti-profiteering provisions which will be effective. And of course, we can do the anti-profiteering check right now also. It is a clear indication. Take for example, if you go to Madurai, I'm giving you a ground level reality. If you go to Madurai airport, ask for a taxi, the taxi agent say, sir, are you paying in card or are you paying in cash? If I say, I want to pay in card, he will say, sir, you will unnecessarily forego GST. Please pay in cash. In Madurai airport is managed by the Airport Authority of India. Can you imagine? So this is happening. People have to be aware that it is everyone's responsibility to increase the tax in the country because country requires socio-economic development. Yes, it is painful for you to pay the taxes, but ultimately, if your co-citizens are not happy, you will not be happy. We need to bring the tax reforms and increase the tax revenue, and accordingly we need to pay. There are much more points to be made. I will make it in the short while in the question and answer session. Thank you.
Excellent remark.